Welcome to your FEGLI Life Insurance for Federal Employees. I'm Dave Johnston with OPM. In this presentation, you will learn the basics about the Federal Employees Group Life Insurance Program, FEGLI. This information is current as of May 2015. Life insurance is not for everyone, but it can be a valuable resource to protect your family from unexpected financial devastation. Your death could leave your family unable to pay for housing, monthly bills, or other expenses because they won't have your income to support them. On top of that, most funerals today cost more than $7,000, and they can easily cost thousands more. Life insurance can help your family cover your final expenses and make ends meet until they can get back on their feet. In 1954, Congress established the Federal Employees Group Life Insurance Program, FEGLI, and over the past 60 years, it's become the world's largest group life insurance program. FEGLI covers the lives of over 4 million federal employees, annuitants, and family members. With FEGLI, you can get life insurance coverage starting at 1 year's salary to as much as 6 times your salary and many options in between. You can even bring the coverage into retirement if you meet certain requirements. There are 2 categories of FEGLI coverage, basic and optional. Basic covers the life of the employee in an amount equal to your annual rate of pay, rounded up to the nearest whole $1,000 plus $2,000. So if you have an annual rate of pay of $57,100, enrolling in basic would cover your life for $60,000. This is called your basic insurance amount, or BIA. Eligible new employees are automatically enrolled in basic unless they waive it. The other kind of FEGLI coverage is optional coverage. You must have basic to be eligible for any type of optional coverage. There are 3 types of optional coverage. You can elect none, some, or all of them. The first type is Option A. Option A covers the employee's life for $10,000 on top of the coverage you have with basic. The second type of coverage is Option B. Option B covers the life of the employee. Take your annual rate of pay and round it up to the nearest whole $1,000. This is the amount of coverage you would have with 1 multiple of Option B. Employees can elect up to 5 multiples of this amount under Option B. The third type of optional coverage is Option C. Option C does not cover the life of the employee. It covers the lives of your spouse and unmarried dependent children under age 22. 1 multiple of Option C covers the life of your spouse for $5,000 and the lives of each eligible child for $2,500. Employees can elect up to 5 multiples of Option C. So if you have 5 multiples, you've covered the life of your spouse for $25,000 and the lives of your eligible children for $12,500 each. Basic is an even better value for younger employees because they automatically get an extra benefit without paying any additional premium. The extra benefit increases the amount of basic payable at your death using a multiplication factor based on your age. It doubles the basic benefits for employees who die at age 35 or younger, then gradually reduces after age 35 until there is no extra benefit at age 45 and older. For example, suppose you have basic and an annual salary of $47,500. So your basic insurance amount is $50,000. If you die at age 35, your beneficiaries would receive $100,000. $50,000 in regular basic benefits multiplied by the extra benefit factor of 2. If you die at age 40, your beneficiaries would receive $75,000. $50,000 in regular basic benefits multiplied by the extra benefit factor of 1.5. If you die at age 45, there is no extra benefit, only the $50,000 of regular basic benefits would be payable. The extra benefit is not available with any optional coverage. FEGLI benefits are payable regardless of the cause or location of death. But in the case of an accidental death, additional benefits may be payable. For employees, Basic and Option A come with free accidental death and dismemberment coverage known as AD&D. AD&D benefits are payable in addition to regular Basic and Option A benefits. AD&D is paid when you sustain a bodily injury solely through violent, external, and accidental means, then as a direct result of that injury, independent of all other causes, within 1 year, you lose your life, a limb, or your eyesight in one or both eyes. For basic, AD&D pays a full basic insurance amount for an accidental death, a half basic insurance amount for a single dismemberment, or a full basic insurance amount for the loss of 2 or more limbs. So for example, if your basic insurance amount was $50,000 and your death qualified as accidental under AD&D, your beneficiaries would receive $100,000. That's $50,000 in regular basic benefits and an additional $50,000 in AD&D benefits. AD&D benefits work under option A similarly. The extra benefit and AD&D can both be payable in some cases, but AD&D is based on the employee's regular basic insurance amount. The multiplication factor is not included in the AD&D calculation. New employees who are eligible for FEGLI life insurance are automatically enrolled in BASIC. Most new employees are eligible for BASIC. Check with your Human Resources office if you're unsure of your eligibility. If you want to elect any of the optional insurance we just covered, submit standard form SF2817 to your Human Resources office within 60 days of your appointment date. This is also a good opportunity for you to designate beneficiaries for the FEGLI coverage on your life if you wish to do so. More on designations in a moment. If you do not want any FEGLI coverage, submit Form SF2817 to your Human Resources office waiving BASIC. You can reduce or cancel FEGLI coverage at any time. But if you submit the form waiving BASIC before the end of your first pay period, you won't pay any premiums. You may also be able to take some of these actions using your agency's online human resources system. Check with your Human Resources office to see if your agency does this. For the FEGLI coverage on your life, you can name any beneficiary or beneficiaries you want, including a trust. You can also change beneficiaries at any time. To change beneficiaries, submit standard form 2823 to your Human Resources office. The form is available at opm.gov/forms, or you can do a web search for SF2823. Remember to keep your designation current. If your family experiences any major life event like marriage, divorce, birth, or death, consider whether you need to update your FEGLI designation. If one of your beneficiaries has a change of address, submitting an updated designation that shows the new address will help FEGLI contact them after your death. Most employees never submit a designation. If you die and your agency does not have a valid designation on file prior to death, your FEGLI life insurance will be paid to the person or persons provided by law. This is called the order of precedence. If you have a surviving spouse, your FEGLI benefits will be paid to your spouse. If you don't have a surviving spouse, then to your child or children in equal shares, and to the descendants of any child that died before you. If you have none of the above, then to your parents in equal shares, or all to your surviving parent. If you still have none of the above, then to the executor of your estate. If no executor, then to your next of kin according to the laws of the state where you lived. Please note that this order of precedence, or even a designation, can be superseded if you have assigned your FEGLI coverage or if your agency has a valid court order on file. It's important to note that FEGLI is term life insurance, which means it does not build up a cash value. You cannot cash out your life insurance or borrow against it. If you cancel FEGLI, you are not entitled to any money back. However, you can transfer ownership of your FEGLI life insurance to another person, trust, or corporation. This is called assignment. You continue to pay the premiums, but at your death, instead of payment being made to your beneficiaries, payment would be made to your assignee or your assignee's beneficiaries. Common reasons for assignment include complying with a divorce court order, tax advantages, or to obtain cash before you die. But be careful with assignment because it's irrevocable, which means once you assign, you can't change your mind or cancel the assignment. You also lose the ability to make most FEGLI changes, including designating beneficiaries. For more information about assignment, contact your Human Resources Office, read our assignment frequently asked questions at opm.gov/FAQs, and review Form RI 76-10, available at opm.gov/forms, or do a web search for RI 76-10. By law, if a certified copy of a valid court order is on file with an employee's Human Resources Office prior to death, FEGLI benefits must be paid under the terms of that court order. The court order will supersede any designation and the order of precedence. Anyone can submit a court order, including a former spouse or an attorney. To ensure enforceability, court orders should unambiguously address the Federal Employees Group Life Insurance Program, FEGLI. FEGLI has no annual open season. Life insurance open seasons are infrequent. However, as an employee, there are many FEGLI actions you can take at any time. You can enroll or increase coverage at any time by providing satisfactory evidence of medical insurability, which basically means passing a physical exam. Using this method, you can add any FEGLI coverage except option C. At least 1 year must have passed since you last declined or waived FEGLI coverage. You can also cancel or reduce life insurance at any time. You can change beneficiaries at any time. To take any of these actions, contact your Human Resources Office. Employees can also enroll in any or all coverage that FEGLI offers, or increase coverage up to the maximum that FEGLI offers, including option C, within 60 days after a FEGLI life event. Qualifying life events are marriage, divorce, death of your spouse, and acquisition of an eligible child. Generally, eligible children are your unmarried dependent children under age 22. FEGLI has competitive premiums. For basic coverage, the government pays 1/3 of the premium and you pay the rest. Each pay period, biweekly employees pay 15 cents for each $1,000 of basic coverage. For postal employees, the government pays the entire basic premium. For optional coverage, there is no government contribution. You pay the entire premium. Optional premiums increase every 5 years, starting at age 35. To see the current optional premiums, visit opm.gov/life and click Employee on the right side of the screen. To see how much FEGLI coverage you have, ask your Human Resources Office for a copy of your most recent election form. Then you can use the online FEGLI calculator at opm.gov/life to see how much coverage you have based on your current salary. You may also be able to find this information on your agency's online human resources portal or in Box 27 on your most recent SF50, Notification of Personnel Action. For a copy of your most recent designation of beneficiaries, contact your Human Resources Office. FEGLI offers group life insurance, so it does not issue individual policies or policy numbers. To file a claim, your beneficiaries should report your death to your agency or to OPM's retirement office if you've retired, or if you've been on workers' compensation for more than 1 year. Then your beneficiaries should each submit Claim Form FE-6 to MetLife. The form is available at opm.gov/life or do a web search for FE-6. For more information about FEGLI life insurance, including current premiums, the benefit and premium calculator, forms, beneficiary instructions, and answers to frequently asked questions, visit opm.gov/life.